Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Upcoming Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those who are not familiar with the channel or possibly watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it's called Uncommon Sense is because we are dealing with everyday issues trying to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. For this reason why it's called Uncommon Sense. Right now, we are currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope on Twitter. Now, I do have a little announcement, and I'm just going to play a little video clip. Just one. Yes, that is correct. Yesterday, I reached a milestone and I reached 60 subs. It may not seem like a great number, but it is a milestone nonetheless. Before I go on to the topic, I just want to give a huge shout out to all my supporters, all my subscribers, all my friends and loved ones who have supported this channel throughout my YouTube journey. I've been on YouTube as a series creator since August of last year. And all you guys made it possible. People like Melanated Knight, Denise Gonzalez, Radical Latino, the Introvert Boricua, Rakim, um, Rotep, uh, Morena Jerez, Fulana Cubana, Moon Chaser, JS, The Unknown, and of course, we cannot forget Christina. So I just wanted to say thank you very much. And I think I have a comment. Just give me a moment. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Just give me a moment. My computer is acting up as usual. Okay. Good evening, Christina. Yes, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it, you guys, very much. Um, I know it when it comes to YouTube creators, I'm like, the little engine that could, but I appreciate it nevertheless. It really does warm my heart to see the amount of love and support I have received. And my goal has always been to try to provide quality content. Thank you very much. You really mean it. And I just want to encourage everyone who has not done so to please subscribe, like, hit the bell notification to all. So, therefore, whenever I do create content, you will have the opportunity to watch it live or you can catch it on the playback. Now, tonight's video, I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. It's going to be dealing with Ellon Musk and his purchase of Twitter. Now, believe it or not, that has caused a great deal of controversy, which is why I choose to discuss this topic tonight. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to share my screen. Okay, excuse me. Okay, just one moment. No, just give me a moment. Let's see. No, that's not the article. Just give me a moment. I apologize, Mike. If it's not my Wi-Fi, it's my laptop. Just give me. Okay. Just, but then, as I stated before, I really do appreciate. Okay. Okay. Now let's. Before I gotta acknowledge some other people in the house. Okay. Okay. Hey, good evening, Moon Chasers. It's good to see support. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate it. And if I overlook anybody, it was not intentional. Okay. I just want to let everybody know that it's a group in my success. So I just wanted to be okay, wanted to be understood. Okay. Oops. Okay. Oh boy. Good evening, Denise. It's good to see you. Oh, great. Unfortunately, my computer took now to freeze up. And I do not want to. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the next best thing. I'm just going to read to you the article because just give me a moment. Okay. Okay. Now, this is an article that I picked up. Okay. Okay. Guys, I apologize. It's just that my computer is acting up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read the article. Okay. It is official. Ellon Musk is set to buy Twitter. The social media giant confirmed Monday that Tesla CEO and billionaire will acquire the company in a deal worth $44 billion. Once the deal is complete, which is expected by this year, Twitter will become a privately held company. Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future and humanity are debated. Musk tweeted to his 84 million followers, I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithm open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans. Now, there's been a great deal of controversy by some people regarding Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter. And there are people who are actually calling out the further restrictions on free speech. Now, I don't know if anybody remember, but last year, my first live stream I ever did was on Is There Censorship on YouTube? Okay. And the fact of the matter is, the internet supposedly was supposed to be a source of free information and free interchange of information. But nowadays, we have a situation where if people say the wrong thing, um, there are many consequences. You can have your channel taken down. You can use your ability to be monetized. You could be ostracized. Good evening, Fulana. It's always a pleasure to see you. Thank you guys for all your support. In fact, I'm going to be perfectly honest. This not only are certain people are trying to restrict the free exchange information. If you take a look today, if you say anything other than get vaccinated against C-19, or if you just mention there's another way of protecting your body against C-19 other than getting a vaccine, you're going to be penalized. In fact, Denise Gonzalez has discussed this. And let's see what M. Moonchase is saying. Yes, I agree. I mean, if you take a look at some of the YouTube creators that we have now, some of them are giving a terrible description regarding men, and you have some people portraying a terrible illustration regarding women. Okay. And it's also a double standard. And let me explain to you what the double standard is. And again, let me make this perfectly clear. I'm saying, what I'm going to say, it applies to some people. I'm not saying it applies to all, it applies to some. So I don't want anyone coming out there to hit me with the cyber chancleta simply by speaking the truth. We're living in a day and age where modern women, at least some modern women, can state they prefer a certain particular type of characteristics that a man should have. But if a man tried to express himself what he's looking for a woman, he is ostracized. They try to silence them. Why? Because people are expressing their viewpoints, and sometimes the viewpoints are not well received. There are certain YouTube creators that be penalized under the claim that they're being cyberbullies, and they're not. This is simply addressing an issue. Lately, I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Every time I post contact on Facebook, I get someone trying to claim put that I violated someone's copyright when it's my own material. So what happens is every time I post something on Facebook, I get a notification, some organization claiming that I plagiarized their material, their content. So what I have to do, I have to respond, and I indicated that in the time, no, during the time stamp was in question, it was me speaking. And believe me, I may not be the most knowledgeable creator in YouTube, but I know enough not to use someone else's contact without their permission. Let me see. No, it's a reality. It's a reality. And you know what's the crazy part about this? After this stream is over, I'm going to go into Facebook and I'm going to receive a notification from some group um, stating that I violated the copyrights. That's the crazy part. And it's on my own content. Okay. I mean, every time I post something on Facebook, I get a notification from a group called Starhits stating that I copyrighted their content when it's my own material. Now, I don't know if it's the algorithms. I don't know what's going on. This is something that Facebook is going to have to address. And one of these days, I'm going to send an email to Facebook because this is ridiculous. How can I be hit with a copyright strike on Facebook when it's my own material? Now, part of all this is attempt to censor others because what they're saying people disagree with. Denise Gonzalez had mentioned numerous times that she's been sanctioned on Twitter for expressing an opinion. And my understanding with the internet, the whole point of the internet is to exchange information. And we're going to have disagreements. That's perfectly fine. Okay? We can have disagreements. The issue is this: can we be agreeable when we disagree? Unfortunately, some people, instead of counteracting others with facts, what they do is they try to silence them. Now, I'm not saying that every creator says is perfectly acceptable, okay? And I'm going to be perfectly honest. There's some creators on YouTube I choose not to participate, but that's my own choice. I'm not bashing anybody. It's just that I choose not to watch their content. And if there's a creator out there that's saying something that you disagree with, that you don't like, then the issue is, you know what? Don't partake in the material. At the end of all my disclaimer, I say the following: if you do not like my content, block me. It is that simple. I am not taking a gun to your head and saying, you have to watch this. You have to partake in my content. And let's see. Oh, Moochie, I say you. You are the one. But you know what? That's why makes you a wonderful person. So, um, like like I said, if you don't like a creator's content, don't watch it. There are like 20 billion things that you can watch. And I know for a fact that some people don't like my content. You know what? Don't watch me. Okay? But getting back to the purchase of Twitter, um, I'm sure there's also some people that are very envious because a person can spend $40 billion to purchase um, a source of social media. And people will start to wonder, well, why can't you use that money for other things? Why can't you use that money to help the poor? Why can't you use that money for scholarships and what have you? Um, the last time I checked, Elon Musk has the right to use his money any way he wishes. Okay? If he wants to spend his money on prostitutes, that's perfectly fine. If he wants to spend his money purchasing Twitter, YouTube, and other social media, that's fine. But let's keep it real. Now, I'm just going to speak a little bit regarding the live stream that Denise did on her channel um, regarding how men are abused. Um, Unfortunately, you have certain people that trying to silence men. Okay, let's see this. I agree. I agree. It's his money. He has the right to do whatever the freak he wants. Okay. But within the last 20 or 30 years, we have some females. And I said some, not all, so please do not hit me with the chancleta. They're saying men are not all bad, men are crap. Um, there's no good men out there, and men cannot be abused. Men cannot be victims of assault. Uh, in fact, we have a situation with Johnny Depp when he's filing a civil lawsuit because he maintains that he was a victim of assault. And when people hear that, people mock men who publicly acknowledge that they are victims of assault. Okay, assault can happen to anybody. Okay, depression can happen to anybody. The whole point of this stream is that we shouldn't be so quick to silence others just because they have a different viewpoint. Okay. What I'm going to do one of these days on one of my streams, I'm going to drop two links. Um, One link will be to the first my first live stream, which happened to deal with censorship in YouTube, and also this link regarding the stream that Denise Gonzalez did regarding men being victims of abuse and that men need to speak up. Now, just to make it perfectly clear, I do have Denise's permission to share it. My computer is acting up today, so I am not going to do that. I'll probably do that tomorrow because I'm gonna go on another live stream. But the fact of the matter is, instead of complaining about the so-called waste of money that for Elon Musk, and let's get crying foul regarding his attempt to try to create an atmosphere where there's a free interchange of information. Okay? If you disagree with someone, argue with that person with facts. Unfortunately, we're living at an age where not everyone can argue intelligently with facts. Um, we have seen various YouTubers that have been personally attacked. Okay, let's see what Winchester is saying. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know when is your birthday, Moonchis, but let me be the first one to say early happy birthday to you. May you live many years of life. Okay. So, and the fact of the matter is, you have certain creators that have been maligned, yelled at, screamed at, cursed at, treated anything but a child of God just because of expressing a different viewpoint. I do recall last year um, on I'm sorry, on Christina's channel, there was a live stream regarding femicide, and Denise was sharing some facts regarding how women are the victims of assault and other nasty things. And unfortunately, some of the people on the panel got triggered. Why? Because they were not in a position to argue intelligently with Denise, and also dealing with the fact, this perceived notion that Latino men or men in general were being attacked. No, that's not the case. And I can say that because I was part of that stream. So, that being said, um, I do appreciate the interaction. I'm just going to keep it short. If anyone wants to join in, what's this? Let's see what's being said. You know what? I agree with you 100%. I agree with you. Now, if there's anybody that wants to get once again on the panel, I wasn't planning to do a live stream. If anyone wants to get on the panel, just enter one in the chat, and then what I will do is I will drop the link and we can discuss it briefly. Otherwise, I'm just gonna end it here. But you know what, Denise, you made an excellent point. Okay, and I'm gonna say this. Um, let's see what's this. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to have people take away my Christian card? Oh my goodness gracious. You know what? You got to laugh now and then. You got to laugh, okay? Um, well, I'm just gonna give it a couple, like about 5 minutes. If anyone wants to, join join. I'll put. What was this? Del Vela. Del Vela. ¿Está bien? Okay. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna okay. I'm just gonna put the link. Um, to Skibo. Okay. Okay. The link is there if anyone wants to join in. But it's only going to be there briefly. Now, let me just give you a rundown what's going to be happening. Now, this is going to be an unusual event for me. I'm going to be doing. Okay, let me see what's going. You know what? I would like to think it does, but at this point, I do not know. But based on what little I have read, it would seem like he's trying to encourage free speech, but only time will tell. Okay. Well, anyway, let me just give you a brief rundown what's going to be happening. Believe it or not, tomorrow I'm going to do another short video. Um, let's see. Let's see. Interesting point, Denise. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing is tomorrow I'm going to go live, well, briefly at 8:30, talking about how the restrictions have been lifted for travel to the Dominican Republic. Now, the reason why we're entering this topic because guess what? We are approaching the summer months. And therefore, it's a time when people will fly and travel in such places like Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Cuba, Jamaica, and other islands of the Caribbean. So we're going to be having that discussion. Okay. Now, on Sunday, um, we're going to have another live stream. Okay, let me see what Denise is saying. I think if he promotes the resistance to be restrained, wokeism, which is what a society with a healthy balance should have, not only lives get to have the reins of social media. Okay, interesting point. Um, so Sunday we're going to be dealing with the topic of how to deal with grief. And let's see. Okay, I agree with you all the way, Denise. Okay, fair enough. So, reason why we're going to be discussing this issue because the fact of the matter is we're all going to experience grief. If we, and many of us have already done so. So, yes, yes, MC, yeah, MC, I know what's up. Okay. So, we're going to have Tinta Gallo, who graciously appeared to share his wisdom regarding grief. There's many ways to discuss it. As far as a clinical view, a religious view, a psychological view. So we're going to have an open discussion, and also people will have the opportunity to ask questions or if they wish to join the panel. Okay. Um, I do appreciate the love and the support that I've gotten, and the fact of the matter is, if it wasn't for you guys, I would not be here. Okay. So, if no one wishes to join the panel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to wrap this up. And I'm going to be perfectly honest. Um, when I was preparing this stream, I was preparing to make it under 30 minutes. But the reality is that, let's see. Okay. Okay, well, you know what? It's understandable. Um, Now I will be sending the link. I think I already sent the link. If I didn't, I will do it tonight. Um, and I'm looking forward. Um, hopefully, some of you will join me Sunday. Just to let everybody know, I will be live on 7 o'clock. Let me see. Let me see. 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Um, Also, I would encourage anyone, if you wish to leave any comments um, after the stream, by all means do so. All I ask, guys, is let's keep it. Okay, let's see. Well, you know what? Thank you for showing up. And again, thank you very much, Moonchaser, for your support. And before I go, I just want to give my shout out to Denise, Fulana, Moonchaser, Christina, um, for being on the chat tonight. I also want to thank among the other people who supported my channel, Melanated Night, um, Radical Latino, Brotep, Two Teacher, Fulana, the 18th Letter, the Icho de Boricua, and the Unknown, and JS. And again, if I overlook anybody, please, please, please forgive me. It was not my intention to do so. It does that when you have a lot of people that support the channel. As Denise like to say, I'm getting old and I don't want to have any more senior moments and whatnot. So I'm gonna end it right now. Um, Again, please subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. And of course, I'm gonna close the same way that I always close. Uh, do not let the errors of the past damage your future. Oh, my next stream will be tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. And we're talking about the changes regarding travel to the Dominican Republic. And whatever we do, we must make sure to minimize our contact with the mentally and intellectually challenged. Because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. That being said, this has been, well, I can't say a short video because it's almost 45 minutes, but it's been a very interactive chat video upon common sense. So I'm just going to say, everybody, good night, take care, and peace out. Oh, wait a minute. I got one more. I don't want to be rude. Sorry. Okay. So take care, people. Oops. I apologize. This computer is acting up. Yes, good night, people. Okay. Okay, good. Okay.
Be strong.